In this video, we are going to see the lesson The Lost Child. This lesson was written by Mulk Raj Anand. Let me explain the gist of the story. The story is about a little boy. He was going to the fair along with his parents. On his way to the fair and in the fair, he wanted some toys and sweets for him, but the parents didn't get it for him. And at one point of time he lost his parents in the fair, and he was screaming like anything to get their attention, but he is not successful. A stranger from the fair took his boy, and he offered him sweets and toys which he wanted earlier, but the boy did not pay any attention to the stranger. Rather, he was screaming that I want my mom, I want my dad. So, the moral of the story is we are not valuing the things which we have got. Since this boy got parents along with him, he didn't value their presence. Only after missing the parents, he valued their presence. So, even in life, we may got a sophisticated life to live in this planet, but we always complain about the things which we haven't got. So, the author is conveying this theme indirectly to all of us that we should not complain about the things which we don't have. Rather, we should lead a self satisfied life with the things which we have got. Now, let us move into the story. The Lost Child. A child goes to the fair with his parents. He is happy and excited and wants the sweets and toys displayed there. But his parents do not buy them for him. Why then does he refuse when someone else to them offers them to him? It was the festival of spring. Festival of spring in the sense the winter got over and the next season, that is the spring season, has started. Normally in our country, the festival of spring is Pongal for us because till December it is so cold, and from January the sun started to shine brightly. So we'll celebrate the end of winter and the beginning of the spring with Pongal festival. That is what it is discussed. It was the festival of spring. From the wintry shades of narrow lane and alley emerged a gaily clad humanity. Here, the author says the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alley. Lanes is like roads and alleys is like path. From the wintry shades means the paths still have the shades of winter, that is winter is not completely over. Still in paths they could able to witness the wintry shades, and in that path gaily clad humanity. Gaily means cheerful. This lesson has uh, entire new set of different words. So then and there, underline the word and write down the meaning. In the second line, lanes, underline lanes and write road, and alley, underline alley and write path. And next, the new word is gaily. Gaily means cheerful, cheerful or happy. Clad means a group. So, in the roads and in the paths, happy, that is, the people with happy emotions are coming out. Group of peoples with happy emotions are coming to visit the fair. That is what it is said. Some walked, some rode on horses, others sat, being carried in a bamboo and bullock carts. Now he says, that is the author says, how people were coming. Some were walking and some were riding on the horse and some were sitting on the bamboo, and some were carried by the bullock carts. One little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming is overflowing. brimming over with life and laughter. Now, the author says about the character. The character is our little boy. The little boy was running between his father's legs, and how he was is, you can say that like, he's completely overjoyed when your parents ask you or take you to some the theme park or some restaurant. You will be so happy, right? In that way, this boy is also so happy. This first stanza of this lesson is called setting of this lesson or setting of the story. Normally, setting of a story is the things that the author explains about the surrounding of a character. Our character is the little boy. The author explains what are all the things that is happening around this little boy. That is called a setting. For a proper story introduction, setting is must. After writing the setting only, you need to state about the character which we are going to portray in the story. So the setting is simply it is a festival of spring, and the peoples were coming in groups, and some were walking, and some were riding on horse, and some were sitting, and some were coming through bullock carts. And in that scene, a boy is emerging. That boy is walking between the legs of his father. And how is the mood of the boy? The mood of the boy is so happy. So the setting is completed and the character introduction is given along with the emotional state of that character. Character introduction and then the emotional state. This is the proper introduction. Setting, character introduction, the emotional state of that character. If it was a sad story, the author might have said the boy is crying or the boy is awfully sad, like that the author might have given. But here the story starts in a happy mood. So the author is saying the boy is brimming over with life and laughter. Come, child, come, called his parents, as he lagged began, fascinated by the toys in the shops that lined the way. And now the parents had moved forward, but the boy was looking at the toy shop which was there on the way to fair. He hurried towards his parents, his feet obedient to their call, his eyes still lingering on the receding toys. Underline lingering and write lasting a long time. The scene is like the parents are moving forward and the boy is looking at a toy shop, and the parents have noticed that the boy is not coming with them, and they called come child. And once he heard from his parents, he started moving towards them, but his eyes are still fixed in the toys. It is like in a mall, if you go there and if something is so attractive, we'll started seeing it for so long time, and when our parents call, we'll still see them and we'll move forward, right? That kind of scene is explained here. As he came to where they had stopped to wait for him, he could not suppress the desire of his heart, even though he well knew the old cold stare of refusal in their eyes. I want the toy, he pleaded. And this boy got a desire to get the toy. So he asked his parents that he want that toy in a polite way, even though he know that his parents will not get him the toy, but out of his desire he requested them to get him the toy. Now let us see what happens. His father looked at him red-eyed in a familiar trying way, and his father looked at him in a trying way. Trying way is like cruel way. How his eyes are red. So here the body language of the character is also explained. The father had a red eye and he is giving a cruel look. Now comes the mother. His mother, melted by the free spirit of the day, was tender, and giving him her finger to hold, said, "Look, child, what is before you?" Since the father is giving a cruel look that should not hurt the little boy, the mother is paying her attention towards the boy, and she is diverting the boy's attention from his father to other things. So she is giving her finger to hold, and she is pointing the boy to see some other thing. The other thing which is before or in front of the boy is the flowering mustard field. Now the mother is saying it was a flowering mustard field, pale like melting gold, as it swept across miles and miles of even land. And the mother is saying, "Look, child, look at the mustard field. The mustard field is like a melting gold, and it is spread over everywhere."